Hi guys, today I want to revisit the Feral palette because if you don't already know, I have two new shades in this palette now and it's these two. So when I first bought this palette, I would put a picture on the screen of what this palette looked like, and a lot of people complained and said that the top row was kind of unnecessary. We didn't need all of these nude shades and that there was so much potential, myself included. I said that in my review on this palette. And the brand listened, and so they were like, hey, we have made two new shades, and if you would like them, we will send them to you for free if you live in the States. And so obviously I live in the States, and I was like, yes, I'm totally gonna get those, because why wouldn't I get the two new shades? Because I think they're absolutely gorgeous. So I have the old shade in this little palette, so we're not gonna be using these today, but we are gonna be using the new shades, and I have yet to try them. I haven't even swatched them, even though this one is not looking that great, because I managed to dig my finger into this when I was putting it into my palette, because I'm so bad at depotting and dealing with single shadows. I always seem to do that. So yeah, I do want to play with this palette today, and I want to try out the new shades, and I'm pretty excited because I just love Menagerie Cosmetics formula. I think it's so good, and also the color story in this is just so beautiful, especially with the new shades. I don't think they could have done a better job with this, honestly. Like, this is what I wish the palette would have been right away, and I think that a lot of people would have spoken a lot more highly about the palette if this was like the first release that they came out with this palette. So let me just go ahead and prime my eyes. I'm not really sure what I want to do with this look, because do I ever? So I'm gonna take my MAC Paint Pot and I'm gonna put some of this on my eye. So I just have something on my mind that I need to get out, and this is completely off topic and not makeup related at all, but there's this new emoji in my phone and I can't for the life of me figure out what the hell this emoji is supposed to express or be, or I just don't understand it. So I need you guys to give me your opinion on what the hell this emoji means. So I'll put it up on the screen for you so you can see it, and I'm just like, this is the most amazing emoji on my phone at this moment, because I think it's incredible, but I can't think of a situation where I would use this. Like, what are you trying to be?
Are you angry? Are you drunk? Are you upset? Are you disappointed? Are you confused? What are you?
In what context am I supposed to use this emoji? Can you let me know what you think down below? Because I need to use this emoji, but I don't know how. So that was a little bit of a tangent, but I had it on my mind for the last like 2 days, and I
need an answer, so
thank you in advance. If you know what this emoji means, I would really appreciate it. So let's move on to doing this eye look now. So let's just swatch these shades and see what they actually look like. So this, ooh, that is beautiful. Oh, that is so pretty too. I don't know if you can see the duochromeness in this, but this is so pretty. Oh my god. So what do I want to put this with? I feel like this could go pretty nicely with any of these colors. I feel like if I put this with greens, it would kind of shift green, but I could be wrong. So this stains quite a bit. Not that I'm surprised in any way, because a lot of the Menagerie shadows do stain, but I still just get like thrown off a little every time it happens, and I don't know why, because I should be used to it by now. And it does seem like that duochrome shade has a lot of glitters to it, so I definitely will be spraying this so I don't have fallout all over my face. Wow, so 12 minutes of filming later and here we are, and I've yet to start. So yeah, I'm gonna dip into Harmonia, which is the new shade, and this is like a teal blue. So I think I want to put that in the inner part of my crease, and then on the outer part I'm gonna go in with Alpha. And then I think I want to do this on the lower lash line, and then this all over my lid or something like that. But let's just start off by taking Harmonia. And like I said, I'll be putting that in the first half of my crease, and I'm fully expecting this shadow to be super pigmented. Man, I feel like Menagerie is so good at making blue shadows, and I can't wait for their new palette. I don't know if you guys have seen the sneak peek or like the cover of it, but they're coming up with a whale palette. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of blue in that. If there's like an ocean theme or something like that, I'm so excited. And I'm so happy that they are so good at listening to their customers, because I feel like that's really important, especially since they're still growing. Like, I think it's going to really help them come out with stuff that we actually want to buy and not just them trying to please everyone, you know? Alright, I'm next going to take Alpha, which is this very dark brown shade, which actually comes off more as a grey on the eye, if I remember correctly. And I have done a 3 Looks 1 palette with this. I will link it in the corner if you missed that. And I'm just putting this all the way up into my crease and meeting it up with the first shade. I have my doubts right now. I'm not really sure if this is going to look good or not, but we're gonna try to go in with that next shade now, and I'm gonna use Wolfling, which is the new shade, and let's just see if this is going to do okay on the lid. I hope it does. If not, I'll bring in some other colors and try to tie in a little bit of warmth to this look, but I'm not sure.
I don't feel like I planned this out very well.
I don't know if you can see on my brush now, but this is literally looking like liquid metal. Like, that is insane. So I definitely won't be having to cut my crease today, and we're just going to pop it on.
Wow.
That is stunning. I'm going to place it pretty precisely though, so that it looks like a cut crease. I will say this shadow is not as opaque as I thought it was going to be, and maybe it would have been better if I actually did cut my crease, but I think I'll be able to build this up. It is also extremely crumbly in the pan, so gotta be a little bit careful here to not apply too much so that it gets chunky. I definitely wish that I either used some glitter glue or I cut my crease before putting this down. Even though it's absolutely stunning, I don't feel like I have as much control with it just because it is a bit chunky and it does flake a little bit in certain spots. But once you get it on the eye though, like, look at that.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
I think this is just one of those shadows that it might be a little bit of a learning curve with to figure out what the best application is, but once you figure that out, like, oh my god. So I want you guys to just see the pan now, what this looks like. As you can see, it's very, very chunky and it's almost like it's flaking a bit. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's definitely a very fragile shadow, so you don't want to be digging your brush into this because it's going to fly everywhere. I'm sure you could take your finger and just kind of press it in, but just if you're using this or if you haven't used this yet and you want to use it, just be careful with it. But honestly, I feel like this is worth having to finesse a little bit because this is
Oh, beautiful.
I'm gonna take a bit more of that dark shade that we have on the outer corner here and just make sure that the blend here is looking good. I think what I want to do on my lower lash line is I want to go in with this teal shade and I want to put that on the outer part of my lower lash line because I feel like I need to balance this color out a bit more just to, I don't know, I just feel like it'll look better that way. So I'm going to start by packing this on the outer corner here. And also this shadow just blends into the gray really nicely. Did you see that? I barely even had to work with this. It just blended itself pretty much. I also, on my lower lash line, want to go in with Wisteria, which is the pink shade. And I'm going to put that in the first half right here. And then I'll probably take the shimmer shade and just wrap it around gently down to that same pink.
This is pigmented.
Totally forgot how good the shadow is. And I'm not sure about this color combination, you guys. I feel like I'll be able to make it work when it's all done and I have on mascara and some eyeliner and stuff like that, but
right now I'm not sure I'm loving it, but
you know, sometimes that just happens. So maybe if I bring in something else for my inner corner, I feel like if I were to put like a very light pink, that maybe that would pull it together a bit more. Let me see if I can find something else that might make this look kind of be more cohesive. Alright, I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take this Naked Cosmetics highlighting palette and I'm going to... I knew that was going to happen. And I'm going to take the shade that fell out, which is a very kind of light pinky shade. And I'm going to pop this into my inner corner.
Oh, that is so pretty.
I'm also taking a bit more of that matte pink shade and I'm just going to pack this on a bit more. And I think also what I want to do is I want to do a glitter line in my crease and I'm going to use my Morphe glitter. Now this glitter is really only good for this because it cracks very easily if you use it on your lid. So if you were thinking about getting these are really only good for very like small accents and lines and not for putting over a large area on your eye. So just keep that in mind. And I'm going to use a very, very tiny Morphe eyeliner brush. And I'm just going to run this in the first half of my crease or so. Ooh, and that line just got way too thick. Oh well, you can't have too much glitter. It's okay, I'll just sort of try to blend it in with the shadow on the lid maybe. I think that looks pretty cool. So I think I actually really like this a lot more now that I have the silver on, and I really like how it fades into the shadow on the lid without being a sharp line on the bottom here, and then you can really see the line on top. I think that looks pretty good. So I think maybe I'm going to put a little bit more on this eye. I think I'm going to leave it at this, and then I want to put something in my waterline. I'm thinking maybe white. I think that could look kind of nice. Or maybe even a nude, but I think I just want to do white today. And if you always see me looking down, it's because I have all my eyeliners like right in front of me. So every time I'm talking about an eyeliner, I'm constantly like looking down at this, and this is why. Alright, so I'm going to take my retractable liner from NYX, which is just a white. And my outfit could not look any worse with this eye look. So as always, I'm going to have to change when I'm done doing this. But I'm going to put on some liner mascara and I'll be right back. And
I have no idea what to do with lips for this look. That could be kind of tough.
So for lips, I think I want to do something very light pink. I feel like that would go the best with this look. So I'm first going to take Crime's, what is this? Plushies. I think this is like a blotted lipstick or something. Turkish Delight. I don't know, it's just called Plushies, so let's put this on. I'm pretty sure that this is one of their blotted lips though. I could be wrong. Yeah, this is the one that's kind of sheer. I remember that from my trial. Wow, I almost made a mess there. But I don't need this to be super opaque because I am going to put a gloss on top. And I kind of wish that I had even a paler pink than this, but I don't think I do. And then on top of that, I'm going to use one of the
Colourpop Designer Collection Ultra Glossy Lip. I am just not into this today.
I don't know what anything is called. It's just one of those days. So I'm going to put this on top, and this is in the shade Boo. And I think it's going to be pretty much the same color. Alright, so I like this lip combo. I actually like this look altogether, but I just don't really feel like it goes with my whole aesthetic today. I don't feel like with my hair and my shirt that this really goes, but I feel like this look would look really pretty on someone who didn't have red hair. I think it's the hair that's kind of throwing it off because these colors just don't really go that well with red. And it's rare for me to have a look that I don't feel like looks good on me. But I do really like this look as a whole. Just, you know, if we could take all of this away and just have the face, I think this looks pretty good. So yeah, let me know down below what you think, and let me know if you have the new shades in the Feral palette and what your opinion on them is. I will say that I absolutely love the teal shade, but the shimmer shade was a little bit hard to work with and it's kind of flaky, and I'm not sure how much I'm going to reach for, but I mean, when I got it on my eye, it's so beautiful that I'm almost not really mad at it. So yeah, I mean, I'm just staring at the shadow and I'm just in awe because it is so pretty. I do wish I had put it with some different colors. I feel like the shadow with some really nice warm reds and browns.
Can't believe I just said that.
But I think that could look really, really beautiful. But I also think it looks really good with the pink because of the duochromeness in it. So I'm gonna stop blabbering because I'm all over the place today. But yeah, let me know down below what you think. And do you want to see me do more looks with this new palette now that I have the new shades? I could probably do like a 2 looks 1 palette or something with the new ones as well if you want that. So just let me know down below. And that will be it for today's video. So thank you so much for watching. If you are new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. I will see you in my next video.